Alright guys, we got our smoker all set up and into temp. Our meat's been sitting out for an hour. I got an empty tray to collect some drippings in. And we're going to start off with putting the brisket in with the fat side down for the first hour. Okay, so we got the fat side down. I like to put the fattest end in the back away from the front where the most cold air is going to come in. Now, in the firebox side, we already have the temp at 225, which is the perfect temp to start. We're going to take some wood chips and just give it a good spread around there. I normally prefer to use thicker cut wood, but at the moment that was not available. You just spread it out, that way the heat can hit it, light it up. We don't want it to catch too quick at the same time. We'll close and lock that up, and we'll set our timer for an hour. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour. See, it's doing alright. See, it definitely burnt right through that wood, but we're going to flip this over right now and stick in a probe. We'll be right back. Alright, we just flipped this over. Now, we're going to take a meat probe here. We're going to try to find one of the fattest spots in here. We're going to just pierce that fat and get right into the center of that tissue. That way, we can set our probe to whatever temp we want. Personally, I use this Inkberg probe. This Inkberg probe not only gives you the ambient air temperature for one of the probes, but also what the temp is of the meat itself. And on the app itself, you can use it to program, like with this brisket, I want it to go off, let's say at 165 degrees. Well, I'll set it to 165 degrees. Not only would this go off, but my phone will too. While we're here, we're gonna stock some more wood. I really wish I had some of the thicker cut wood, which give us more of a smoking effect. But this should be enough to still do what I need it to. We're just going to keep that where it is, and you see how it's smoking nicely. Close this off and let it do its thing. Alright, so it's been a little bit. See, we're up to about 117 on the probe. Let's take a peek in here. It's beginning to look nice. There's some drippings, but not much yet. And then I figured while I'm in here, I might as well smoke some more paprika. I'm going to do the same with some sea salt when we're about halfway through. I'm going to drain this grease. There's only a couple of drops, but I'm going to drain that right into my saute pan. And that's good for now. All right, we're going to check on things. We're at 147 degrees right now. Let's see here. Ooh, that's definitely looking good. Now I got some sea salt up here smoking. You see, I'm going to dump out the grease again, shuffle some sea salt, and then check on the coals. All right. Wait some more time, of course. 174 degrees. We're bringing this up to 195. This is a really good point to check on it. Well, as you see that nice color to it, that's perfect. And you see this puddle in here? I know it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but there's a puddle of grease in there, which is a really good sign that you're doing it right. From the underside, it's got a nice color, and it's dripping just like it should. Well, I got my sea salts beginning to get nice and dark. I'm just going to shuffle it around so it can get a new layer of smoke on it and leave it rough so it has more surface area. I'm probably going to just toss one last batch of wood on here just to get a last little burst of flavor. So you can see there's a lot of wood down here that hasn't fully combusted yet. We'll just give it a little flash when we're almost done and turn the heat up for one last final push on the wood. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're at 189. The wife reminded me that this is usually when I like to take it off, just because we don't want it to get too dry yet. We like to heat some of it. Let's open that up. See what we got here. That salt looks nice. That brisket looks even better. You can see, even though the flame's off and gas is off, it still has heat in it, still has fire. But we're going to pull this brisket out. She looks perfect. Actually, you can see her, she's spitting right where I pulled out the thermometer. That's good because that means it's still really juicy inside. I'm going to put this on my paper real quick and wrap it. It started raining. So now that we got it all onto the paper, I'm going to take some butcher paper. You can use foil or that too. What we're just going to do is try to retain all that moisture and wrap it up real tight. We're going to let this rest for about a half hour or so. We'll be back. All right, so it's been about a half hour now. We let the meat rest. Let's open this up and see what we got. Ooh, that looks perfect. Let me bring this over to the cutting board here and we can get a better view. That's real nice. So, you're going to look for the grain. A lot of times, I'll take this end right here and I'll cut it off to see what we're looking at here. Actually, that is perfect with the grain. So, to get the best slices, everything's going to have to get cut along that angle. And, just come through.
You need a different knife.
Alright, so, a couple of slices. Put that down on there. There you go. I hope you guys enjoy.